This is a bit of entertainment. If you enjoy this production, please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Kindly watch the video to the end. Tell us about your spooky adventures in the comment section. Thanks for the view and enjoy the video. Have you ever wondered what happens under the eerie glow of a blood moon in the swamps of Louisiana? It's a sight that's both beautiful and somewhat unsettling. The blood moon, named for its deep, ruddy hue, has been the subject of fascination and fear throughout history. Across the globe, countless cultures have spun tales about this celestial event, attributing it to everything from divine wrath to the shifting seasons. In some places, it's seen as a time of rebirth and renewal. In others, it's a harbinger of chaos and calamity. But let's narrow our focus to the swamps of Louisiana. Here, under the dense canopy of cypress trees and amidst the croaking of bullfrogs, the blood moon takes on a different kind of significance. It's more than a celestial event. It's more than a harbinger of change. It's a symbol of something darker, something hidden beneath the surface of the murky waters. But in the bayous of Louisiana, the blood moon holds a deeper, darker secret. The Louisiana swamps, a place of mystery and unexplored wilderness where the line between the natural and supernatural blurs. Hidden in the heart of America's deep south, the Louisiana swamps sprawl out like a labyrinth of waterways and marshlands. They're a place where the sun sinks into the horizon, casting long shadows that dance on the surface of the murky water. The swamps are home to a myriad of wildlife, from alligators lurking beneath the surface to the melodic symphony of frogs and crickets that serenade the night. Isolation is a defining feature of these swamps. Here, nature reigns supreme and man is but a visitor, dwarfed by the colossal cypress trees and the vast expanse of murky water. The swamps are a place where time seems to stand still, where the modern world feels like a distant memory. This isolation breeds silence, but also whispers of the unknown. The Louisiana swamps hold a reputation for strange occurrences, a reputation as thick and palpable as the humid air that hangs over the water. Stories have echoed through time, stories of eerie lights dancing on the water's surface, of strange cries echoing through the trees, of shadows that move on their own. Some attribute these tales to the swamp's isolation, to the tricks the mind can play when surrounded by such untamed wilderness. Others, however, believe they're the work of something otherworldly. These swamps have long been shrouded in legends and folklore, stories passed down from generation to generation. Stories of the Rougarou, a terrifying werewolf-like creature said to stalk the swamps under the cover of darkness. Stories of voodoo and hoodoo, of magic and curses. Stories that blur the line between the natural and the supernatural, that leave you questioning what's real and what's not. And it's under the blood moon where these strange occurrences turn into horrifying stories. As the moon turns crimson, the swamps become a stage for the supernatural, a place where the veil between our world and the next seems to thin, where the stories come to life. So, are there werewolves lurking in the Louisiana swamps? Well, that's a story for another scene. Among the many tales whispered in hushed tones, one stands out, the legend of the Louisiana werewolves. This is a tale that has been passed down through generations, echoing in the ears of those brave enough to listen. Imagine, if you will, a time when lanterns lit the dark, murky swamps of Louisiana, casting long shadows that danced with the night. This was a time when the air was heavy with the scent of damp earth and the eerie cries of swamp creatures. These were the nights when the Louisiana werewolves were said to roam. The legend tells of a creature, neither man nor beast, but a grotesque hybrid of the two. It was said to stand on two legs, towering at a height that dwarfed the tallest man. Its eyes, they say, glowed with an ethereal, otherworldly light, a chilling sight that would freeze the blood of those unfortunate enough to cross its path. These werewolves, it was believed, were once men who had been cursed. The curse, passed down through generations, turned these men into fearsome beasts under the glow of the blood moon. Their transformation was a sight both terrifying and pitiful, as the agony of their changing form was said to be unbearable. The stories speak of chilling encounters, of eerie howls that echoed through the still night, of livestock found mauled, and the mysterious disappearances of those who ventured too far into the swamps. These were the nights of the Louisiana werewolves. The werewolves of Louisiana have become an integral part of the local folklore, their legend as enduring as the swamps themselves. They have become a symbol, a chilling reminder of the mysteries that lie hidden within the shadowy depths of the Louisiana swamps. Yet, as with all legends, the line between fact and fiction blurs, leaving us to wonder how much of these tales are rooted in reality. It's said that these creatures come out only under the blood moon, but is there any truth to these tales? Over the years, there have been numerous reports and accounts that seem to lend credibility to these tales. Imagine, if you will, a steamy night in the Louisiana swamps. The moon casts long, eerie shadows that seem to dance and flicker with every rustle of the wind. Suddenly, a hulking figure emerges from the undergrowth, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. This is the scene depicted in countless eyewitness accounts, photographs, and local news stories, all professing to have captured the elusive Louisiana werewolf. These accounts are as varied as they are intriguing. Some speak of a creature with the body of a man and the head of a wolf, while others describe a beast that stands upright, its entire body covered in thick, matted fur. Yet, despite the differences in description, one thing remains consistent: the terror inspired by these sightings. Now, let's take a look at some of these accounts. There's one from 2021, a hiker who, while lost in the swamps, claims to have come face to face with a creature that was more beast than man. She managed to snap a grainy photo before fleeing, the image showing a shadowy figure that could indeed be interpreted as a werewolf. Then there's the local news story from 2023, where a series of livestock attacks were blamed on what locals referred to as the swamp beast. A farmer even managed to capture a video of a large hulking figure skulking around his property in the dead of night, its eyes reflecting the light in a way that suggested something more than your average predator. Despite the intriguing nature of these accounts, it's important to approach them with a healthy dose of skepticism. After all, the human mind is a powerful thing, capable of turning shadows into monsters and ordinary occurrences into the extraordinary. Yet, there's something about these stories that resonates, something that makes you question whether there might be a hint of truth hidden amongst the folklore and the fear. But the most compelling evidence comes from a source you'd least expect. A local historian known for his rational thinking and skepticism stumbled upon something that shook his beliefs. This historian, let's call him Mark, was well respected in his field. He was a man of science, of facts, who had dedicated his life to debunking the myths and legends that so often clouded the true history of Louisiana. One day, while researching for a new book on local folklore, Mark discovered a series of old newspaper clippings from the late 19th century. These clippings mentioned incidents of strange animal attacks during the time of the blood moon. What piqued Mark's interest was the recurring mention of a large wolf-like creature. Mark, always the skeptic, decided to dig deeper. He spent countless nights in the archives, poring over old records, journals, and personal accounts, piecing together the puzzle. His journey took him to the dark corners of Louisiana's history, where he discovered tales of terror, stories of fear, and accounts of strange happenings that seemed to defy rational explanation. The more he uncovered, the more he began to question his own rationality. Could there be a grain of truth in the legends of the Louisiana werewolves? The evidence was there, in black and white, in the faded pages of history. But it was more than just the evidence. It was the fear in the words of those who had lived through it, the palpable terror that seemed to leap off the pages and into his own heart. Mark, the historian, the skeptic, found himself standing on the precipice of belief and disbelief. The line between fact and fiction was blurring. The tales of the werewolves were no longer just folklore, but a part of Louisiana's history that had been forgotten, dismissed as mere superstition. The evidence was compelling, the stories were chilling, and Mark found himself captivated by the possibility of the supernatural. His rational mind fought against it, but the allure of the unknown was too strong. What he found was something that could potentially change our understanding of the supernatural world. In an old, forgotten diary, he found entries that seemed to confirm the existence of these creatures. Entries filled with chilling accounts of moonlit transformations, of men becoming beasts. The historian, a man of reason, found himself questioning what he knew to be true. His skepticism gave way to a growing belief that the Louisiana swamps were home to more than just reptiles and mosquitoes. He read of nights filled with howls that echoed through the bayou, of locals living in fear, of ancient curses passed down through generations. The diary painted a vivid picture of a world where the natural and the supernatural coexisted. Each entry was a puzzle piece, slowly unveiling a truth that was as fascinating as it was terrifying. The historian was ready to expose this secret, to share this forgotten lore with the world. But just as he was about to reveal his findings to the world, he mysteriously disappeared, leaving us with more questions than answers. Bart's Bits has been proud to bring you this production for entertainment purposes. If you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel, like the video, and ring the bell. Please let us know what you liked in the comments. Your taking the time to help us is very much appreciated. Hope to see you again soon.